Dallas is the city where many leaders and officials expressed anxiety and fear of incident when first learning of the President and Mrs. Kennedy's intention to be our guests. Dallas is the city where on the day of the President and First Lady's arrival, the Dallas Morning News ran a full-page ad with the mocking caption, "Welcome, Mr. President." The ad contained a number of questions which were themselves accusations of President Kennedy, implying his cooperation with the U.S. Communist Party, his bloodily extermination of anti-communist allies, and his scrapping of the Monroe Doctrine in favor of the spirit of Moscow. In the name of God, what kind of city have we become?
The eyes of Texas are upon you all the livelong day.
It's not the individual person of Dallas. It's something evil, festering, stinking in this community.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. You cannot get away.
You who've written stories about the shame of Dallas and the rape of Americanism here know what I'm talking about. There's something that smells. And I want to get back to my own city because I'm going to vomit.
The city of Dallas has always had a strong effect on people. Long before Kennedy had been elected president, Dallas was recognized as a center for right-wing agitation and was home to a number of extremist groups.
And now, speaking for Christ and against communism, here is Billy James Hargis.
I lived as a boy in East Texas. We had an animal, a vulture, that we called the buzzard. And in the summertime, when we had drought and there was no rain, and the cattle or the livestock were dying in want of water, these buzzards would wait around, waiting until the situation killed the cattle, and then they'd soar down and devour the carcass. This is the way I see communism. They're not going to try to overthrow this government until we're bankrupt, until we have recession and depression, until our money's gone with our welfare state programs, our socialistic legislation, all these federal aid programs, and all this foreign aid commitments, and our commitments to the United Nations, and these international commitments, all of which are not stopping communism, but are certainly bankrupting the United States.
The eyes of Texas are upon you all the livelong day. The eyes of Texas are upon you. You cannot get away. Do not think you can escape them at night.
Yes, the citizens of Dallas were always perceived as a little angrier, a little meaner, and a little louder than the rest of us. And they seemed to like that reputation.
It is my pleasure and privilege, General Walker, to present to you at this time this certificate endowing you with all of the emoluments and the privileges of honorary citizenship in this great city of Dallas. Some years now, and in order to make him feel completely at home and to re-indoctrinate him into the habits of living here in Texas, a strictly hill country hat to General Walker.
Here Gabriel blows his horn.
In the months preceding the Kennedy assassination, a number of events caused great alarm in the city. On April 13th, a number of gunshots were fired at General Walker's home in Dallas. On October 24th, Adlai Stevenson was hit by placards wielded by Walker's more aggressive followers.
Shall we get on with the business of the meeting? Surely, my dear friend, I don't have to come here from Illinois to teach Texas manners, do I?
And on November 19th, 2 days before the arrival of President Kennedy, Alabama Governor George Wallace used Dallas to announce his candidacy to head the Democratic ticket for president.
I was in San Antonio and Amarillo. In fact, I have many friends in this great state. And in the struggle in which we are engaged now, involving the matter of constitutional government, I feel that there will be no stronger ally than that of the great state of Texas come next year, November 1964.
The atmosphere in Dallas on the eve of Kennedy's visit was tense, taut, and violent. Police Chief Jess Curry was concerned enough to confront the atmosphere in a statewide television address.
Because of the unfortunate incident which occurred here during the visit of Ambassador Stevenson, people everywhere in the world will be hypercritical of our behavior. Nothing must occur that is disrespectful or degrading to the President of the United States. He is entitled to the highest respect of all of our citizens. And the law enforcement agencies in this area are going to do everything within their power to ensure that no untoward accident or incident occurs. We will take immediate action if any suspicious conduct is observed, and we also urge all good citizens to be alert for such conduct.